One of the biggest topics in Kenya today is affordable housing. Welcome to Real Estate in Kenya with Reuben Kimani. But how do you do an affordable house in Kenya? I'm going to share very practical tips. I've built houses myself and I know some of the things down the ground there, in the ground, that you can apply to ensure you do an affordable house. When you talk about an affordable house, we are talking about a bedsitter that goes for less than £1 million. A one bedroom that goes maybe for 1.5 million shillings, a 2-bedroom for 2 million shillings, and a 3-bedroom for 3 million shillings. It is so difficult, so challenging, but it is possible to do it. How do you do that? Number one, get affordable land from companies like Username Investment. That's our focus area. We're in the affordable housing segment by offering the most important resource when you are doing affordable housing. That is affordable land. Look for land in places you can easily commute if you are working in the city, but land in places that are way cheaper, and that's what we do. Look for land in places that are not hyped, places that people don't know so much about, but they are within commute time to where you work. Affordable land. Number two, very simple, please avoid building during the rainy season. And we avoid doing our projects value addition during this time because you may be able to spend more. It doesn't cut across board, but in some places, rain might affect transport, like assuming you are transporting the sand, the materials, they will cost you more. Sometimes the materials are not there because it rains so heavy and you have to pay people. Basically, the confusion of the rain can increase costs. So do it in dry weather. Source the material yourself. Number three. This is a big one. I will learn this the hard way. Contractors, especially in a country like ours, we have people who want to make money in dubious ways. So source the material yourself. You can negotiate. Number two, you'll get the right quality. If you send some of these dubious contractors, they'll buy fake materials at a high cost for you. Number four, consider using recycled materials as well, especially some of the things like hammers, spade, wheelbarrows, wood. You can hire this instead of buying it yourself. You don't need to buy that because you are not in the construction business. Supervise very closely. I say this, if you are employed, this would be a challenge because you have to take leave days. So most of the employed people, sometimes it's better to buy something off the shelf, a house that is completed, because you don't have that time. But you have the time, supervise very closely. We have, unfortunately in our country today, we have so many people who want to cut corners. They want to make a lot of money from you. So you have to supervise closely, including good people. They can even be your relatives. This is very dangerous. It has happened to some people. Have a very simple design. Don't have a very complex. I've seen people who want to do maybe a villa, but they have a budget of a 2-bedroom house. You have to be realistic. Have a very simple design. Simple designs ensure you use less materials. You need less expertise. You'll be charged way less by even the professionals. Number 7, use technology. We have technology way today. Don't work with what used to work long time ago. You need to be open to new technology like EPS, interlocking blocks that are there, and there are many others you can be able to Google to save you costs, to can save you labor. I've seen someone who was building from the US, somewhere in Nyali. They were doing a block of flat. They used technology to install some CCTVs very high up there that was covering. Maybe you can have like 10 cameras. It's an investment, but they're able to supervise everything from the US. Very interesting, by just using Wi-Fi. Right now in our homes, you can actually be able to, with your phone, check what is happening there with the sound, and with video. Use technology to be able to manage your cost if you're in that kind of a situation. And the last thing is professionals. This is one of the reasons buildings were falling in Kenya. Professionals are not expensive as you think. If you're investing 3 million, how much is it worth to try to save maybe 10,000-20,000? You'd have paid someone. And because you are doing an affordable house, I don't expect them to charge you like you are doing state house, a mansion. No, they'll not do that. They'll charge you like you are doing an affordable house. You can negotiate any day. My procedure is always get the best guy, get the best quality of materials, negotiate. You are able to win on both sides, quality and price as well. Use professionals any day. Cutting corners will not get you there. Trying to do it yourself, because Kenyans do this a lot, then you do a shadow work. Sometimes you end up spending money, including because even the guys you are using, who knows you are cutting corners, they're also cutting corners with you. You end up spending more. Get the right professionals, negotiate with them, and pay for approvals, by the way. People try to cut corners, refusing to pay 35,000 for approvals to the county government. Then you have to keep bribing, you have to keep greasing the hands of these county people and stuff. These are country, we understand it. So don't cut corners. Those are 8 ways to be able to build an affordable housing in Kenya. I hope you'll put it into practice. Please watch my other videos as well. Subscribe to my channel. This is Real Estate in Kenya with Reuben Kimani.